Yo, what's good, everybody? And thank you for returning to another review of All American Homecoming. This is season 3, episode 10, entitled Unbreak My Heart. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to comment, share, subscribe, tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to. But if not, just sit back and relax while we get into this messy thing. Now, I'm not going in chronological order. We just gonna get into the nitty gritty, okay? Keisha. Baby girl, please approach the bench. You know, Keisha lied throughout this entire episode. Okay, I was trying to look for a softer way to land that plane, but I can't. I just gotta put it out there for what it is. We finally get to see Keisha come to terms about this kiss with JR. And baby girl just lied through her teeth the entire time. Now, I will give her credit because there was one instance that I feel Keisha was the most honest that she's ever been throughout this entire series. And this is what Homegirl had to say.
With the excuses and tell me why the damn kiss happened.
The kiss happened because we wanted it to happen.
Now let's stop right there. The kiss happened because they wanted it to happen. There was nothing else. There was no other excuse. There was no other justification needed after Keisha said what she said to Cam. The kiss happened because they wanted it to. All the other excuses of you canceled on me and JR was getting close, me and you haven't been connecting didn't matter. What ultimately mattered is the kiss happened because they wanted it to happen. And I wish that they would have dealt with that a little more in detail. They kind of giving Keisha the wiggle room to make these excuses of the reasoning that led up to the kiss. All that matters is that y'all kissed and that y'all wanted it to happen. Now, I'm going to just hold on off Keisha for a minute, but let's deal with the homie JR, okay? Was it just me? And y'all let me know how y'all feel. Wasn't JR walking around campus like he didn't give two damns about the fact that Gabby was mad at him for kissing Keisha? He's giving advice. He's walking around happy-go-lucky, just skipping to his damn loo. And I'm like, but sir, your girlfriend told you don't call, don't text, don't come see her. Because Cam has told her that you and Keisha kissed and you don't seem to have a problem with it. Now, if you guys listen to my last review of All American, I did state that, you know, throughout the series, there have been times that I have actually forgotten the fact that JR and Gabby were dating. You know, for me, I'm sorry, you know, people, oh, they cute. Okay, they cute and everything, but I just never saw it for them. I'm sorry. Like, I just didn't see that connection with them. But the fact of JR just walking around like he is not fazed by this tells me all that I need to know. Now, I don't know how the writers are going to try to, you know, maneuver this or try to spin this, but I think what really kind of, you know, got under my skin a little bit is how they were trying to project and tell us basically through, you know, the characters that the kiss meant nothing when Keisha and JR were talking about it. You know, the kiss meant nothing. It can never happen again. JR said that he's still trying to wrap his mind around what happened, which lets me know that he has not processed the kiss. But the fact that they have been so quick to dismiss it meaning anything is going to put them right back in the same predicament of really finding out the fact that y'all feelings for friendship is legit, but it's something deeper there. And us, the audience, we have literally watched this happen from season 3, episode 1 up until now, episode 10. I understand being friends. I understand being best friends. I understand, you know, that maybe Keisha and JR had become each other's person. But at the same time, my good sis and my good bro, stop it. Stop with the cap of all of this. We're friends and it's nothing. Clearly, it's something. And neither one of them still are not willing to just consider the fact that something more is there, even though they have been with, you know, they're with other people, or so they were. But at the end of the episode, now I will give props to my dude Cam. it's interesting because I did not like Cam on the OG All American, but on Homecoming, Cam really captured my attention and really captured a space for me as an audience member to really like fall in love with his character. He got, everybody got their issues, but I really enjoyed the emotional intelligence that Cam displays to us, even though he's still 21, still 20, however old he is. So he still operates in that sometimes. However, he's very mature, especially with everything that he's had to endure with, his aneurysm. And I think it was aneurysm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. And all of that in the first season of All American Homecoming. But we have truly seen a transformation with the character of Cam. Now, I absolutely adored the way that he did not disrespect Keisha, and he did not demean her when he broke up with her. I think that Cam asking about the kids and letting Keisha know that it meant something to him, even though she's saying that it didn't mean anything to her, and him only wanting to know why it happened, and him coming to the realization that at this point in her life with them as a romantic entity, he cannot trust Keisha. And Keisha was so quick to tell him, no, you can trust me. Baby, the girl, those are your emotions talking. He cannot trust you. And I'm glad that Cam said what he said. Basically, it has never been about me. It has never been about you not trusting me, but it's the fact that I can't trust you. And that's just the reality. The reality is I cannot trust someone, one, who will not be honest with herself. Therefore, she can't be honest with me. Therefore, you can't be honest with JR either about this entire situation. I'm going to pause for a second. Going back to JR, who is acting unfazed right now. I got to give props to Lando, because once Keisha blurted out to Cam that she kissed JR, of course, he went to go find old dude. Okay. Then what happened. It was no hitting or whatever, but he pushed him, got rough with him a little bit. When Simone asked what the hell is going on, JR says, I'm sorry that you guys got pulled into this, but this is between me, Cam, and Keisha. And Lando said, and Gabby. You forgot to say Gabby. Y'all, I don't know why that tickled me, not in a way that I thought it was actually funny, or a little bit. But it tickled me because I'm like, JR, you have a girlfriend. Even though it wasn't explicitly displayed, I don't know. I feel like JR, it's almost like Gabby is out of sight, out of mind. Because how could you kiss another girl, even though in the beginning, when him and Keisha was talking, he was like, when did I become that guy? I'm like, JR, how have you completely disassociated yourself with the emotional aspect of you kissing another woman while you're in a relationship and you're not acting as if it's bothering you? Are you putting up that great of a facade, or you're really not fazed because you actually want to start something with Keisha? Writers, don't piss me off now. Writers, don't piss me off. Y'all not about to do this to us and bring this storyline and act like we ain't watching what we watching. Acting like there's not a connection between Keisha and JR for real. And even what Keisha told Cam, after she kissed JR, it wasn't love. It wasn't the connection that she thought, was missing with him. And I'm like, girl, Keisha really sound like she's just confused. Like, you need to, sit in a corner somewhere in your own little corner, in your own little chair, and decipher and decide what's going on with you, because playing the friendship card, it ain't working. And speaking of playing the friendship card, I'm gonna get on Lando and Simone in a moment. We gonna put them to the side a little bit, but I'm gonna get on them in a minute. They not exempt, but we gonna press pause on on them. Now back to Keisha and Cam. The way that he broke up with her, this is how mature people end things. He kissed her, told her goodbye, and walked the hell out. That's what you do. I don't owe you an explanation. I don't have to disrespect you. I don't have to call you out your name. I don't have to make you feel worse than you already do. But it is over. Now, I'm trying to figure out if Cam is going to stick to this. I don't know yet. I don't know how strong he going to be. But I really hope that he keeps the standard in which he has for his life. And I'm not saying that Keisha is a bad person, because I like every character on the show, but I really do feel like Keisha, when it comes to her and Cam, I feel like this is probably the first serious relationship that she's had, that she's actually been in love with somebody and love them. But I really do believe that her connection and her her love for Cam is not linked to romanticism. I believe that, he has been a strong anchor for her, and she's fearful of losing that because he's always kind of been there to kind of guide her back in the right direction. I do believe this is a time that Keisha really has to find her own power and understand that she's had it the entire time, and she never really needed Cam in that way, but he was a great asset to her for the time being that they were together. But just her finding her own strength. And I think sometimes men and women, we can get lost in relationships and be completely dependent on someone else and losing ourselves in the process and losing our power and losing what we already, have been equipped to do. And I believe that with Keisha, that's what we saw. And hopefully she just gets back to being the strong woman that she already is outside of Cam's protection and guidance. Now, y'all, let's go over here. Let's go over here to Simone and Lando, who playing this friends card too. I said, what is happening? What is happening right now? Why is everybody playing this friendship card as if we don't know what the hell is going on? Every time Lando sees Simone, I'm utterly surprised that he don't burst into a million red hearts and stars. Okay, because his eyes glimmer, he automatically smiles. He's just walking and gliding like he's just so madly in love. It's evident. It is evident. Someone asked me to do a review on episode 8. I think it was episode 8, where it was just Lando and Simone. I might do that. I actually did enjoy the episode, even though I know a lot of people didn't. I did enjoy it, and I don't ship anybody, but I was never here for Simone and Damon. I'm gonna just put it out there, and I'll talk more about that in that video whenever I do it. It'll be soon though. But some people want to jump down Eva's neck. Now I'm gonna give Eva a little pass because Eva made me think you probably like a little freshman. I don't know, but you might be a little freshman. You're a little green, sis. But women, you never go to the woman. I understand that Simone is her big sister and all of that. But anytime you're having an issue in your relationship, you check your man. You never go to the other woman. If you feel like Lando is spending too much time with Simone, you go to Lando and tell him how you feel about the time that he is spending with Simone, and then he can furthermore let you know the reasoning in which he's doing it. Now, on the other hand, I respect Lando immensely. Now, I think the way he came at Eva, I think he was pissed off because he definitely doesn't want there to be a rift in his friendship with Simone. But Eva went to Simone and basically just told her, I think that, now that you're well, now that the heifer did make sure Simone was good. I give her that. She made sure Simone was well before she let her know. I just feel like, y'all are spending too much time together. As my big sister, I'm just asking you to fall back. Now, I understand her sentiment. I do. But however, that should have been a conversation that Eva had with Lando. Now, when Lando finds this out, because he was trying to understand why Simone was basically breaking up with him as a friend, trying to keep distance and space. And once Eva said, why are you looking at Simone like that? I just think y'all spending so much time together. Then it clicked in his mind. She's basically reiterating the same thing that Simone told him earlier. So he puts 2 and 2 together and understands that it was Eva who said something to Simone. And baby, the way that he checked this girl, I'm going to play it again for all of us to hear it again. Because I ain't going to lie to y'all. Now, I love a man who is assertive. I do. I love a man who's a little aggressive too. Maybe that's my toxic trait, but I'm just letting y'all know, being real, that's where I am in my life. I love a little aggressiveness, and I love a man who's assertive. When he said this to Eva, now I already think Lando is fine as hell. He just went up like 10 points. On my final meter, because what?
But let's get one thing straight. You don't get to decide who my friends are, or when, or how I spend time with them.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that authoritative tone in his voice? It just did something to me. Okay, maybe it ain't do nothing to y'all, but I'm just saying what it did to your girl. It did something to me. But I understood where he came from. Let's not get this twisted. We ain't been seeing each other that long, and do not believe that you have the authority or the power to go and try to instruct and tell me who I can be friends with and how I show up for them. I respected that. I felt bad for Eva. I'm like, baby girl, this relationship done. I mean, I knew you was like a holding spot from the jump. I ain't want to see it happen to you like this, sis, but hell, it is what it is. And so as she leaves, Simone is talking to Thea. Eva walks by and say, you know what? You win. I give up, or you can have him, whatever that little thing she said. And Thea's like, what was that about? And Simone's eyes quickly landed on Lando, who she was looking at him so lovingly. I'm gonna need y'all to stop with this friendship stuff. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. We see in the episodes before all of this happened, Simone tells Eva that her and Lando are friends. There's nothing there. And I'm like, why y'all keep lying? Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. Now, there have been moments in my life where, friends, we went further than friends should go. But I was always, just for me, this is my personal self, I was always honest about how I felt. Whether like, yeah, that's my dude and I'm attracted to him, but nothing will ever happen there. Or, you know what I'm saying, that's my dude, we get a little drinks in him, something possibly could happen. Or if something did happen, I had enough emotional intelligence to say, like, we did what we did, it happened, and I understand that you and I are friends. We had a curiosity, the curiosity was fulfilled, and we're good. We don't need to go back to that, if we're trying to maintain a friendship. Because just being honest, we've gotten into this space as a culture with, and that's friends with benefits. Friends don't bone, okay? Friends don't hunch each other. Okay, when me and my friends were in college, we had this terminology, and we would say friends with no possibility, meaning that's my friend. There is nothing that is going to happen between us, period. Friends with no possibilities. Because if you hunching on somebody, oh girl, that's my friend, yeah, he got a girl. What is happening right now? Like, we got to stop that. And I ain't telling nobody how to live their life. I live mine, and I lived it well, and I've done a lot of things I probably shouldn't have done. However, just be honest. So we got to deal with them with this friendship mess. I don't know how long that's going to go on. Hopefully next episode we can see something happen between Simone and Lando, because I'm just tired of it. I want everybody on this show to pull out the friendship card and rip that mug up, because it doesn't apply to anybody on this show, probably other than Simone and JR really being friends, Simone and Cam really being friends, and Nate being friends with everybody. Other than that, what y'all doing? Y'all trying to disbone everybody. And speaking of Nate, Nate was Nate's situation was she was waiting on hearing back from Brinkston Law School. We find out that she's on the wait list, so not the fact that she wasn't accepted. And her little boyfriend was tripping. He was tripping this episode in his little feelings or whatever. So she was trying to make amends. She goes over, she sees an engagement ring when she wasn't supposed to see it. Come to find out, it belonged to his grandmother. She was tripping, thinking this man was going to propose to her to try to get her to stay in Atlanta, even though there were other schools that she applied to out of the state. So that's what was happening with that. But I think that's all that happened on this episode that I actually care to discuss, or that actually, was happening. We found out what the lacrosse team, this is their last year. I said, baby, y'all getting rid of all the sports? You're an HBCU. You definitely want to keep football. You definitely got to keep your band. You can't do. I said, what is happening with these funds, y'all? I don't understand what's going on. But anyway, we see that they have this museum that is dedicated to the sports teams on campus, and it was a beautiful ceremony. Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I got a little worried in my spirit. Okay, I got a little worried because that little shrine they made for Simone. I said, now what y'all not finna do is tell me on the series finale that this girl gonna die, because I'm going to be hot as hell. Because I got a little quicken in my spirit, got a little emotional a little bit. I said, because I think it was the first episode of this season, Simone was having a dream, and she was like walking through the campus in that little part where they be getting their coffee at. And it was like a memorial thing for her. I said, wait, and she hopped about this dream. I said, now what y'all not finna do? Y'all not gonna do this to me. Y'all are not gonna take Simone Hicks up out of here like that. I can't. I want this girl to live a fruitful life. This girl done been through a lot already at the age of 21. Y'all are not. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's where my mind went. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because I don't be on Twitter like that at all. But if that's where they're going, oh, I'm gonna let my thoughts fly out on Twitter over there, even though I'm gonna give them props, because that is life and that does happen. I definitely lost, friends in college due to, situations like that. But this was a good episode. I enjoyed it. Next episode, Gabby comes back, and I'm so interested in seeing how JR communicates with her, because his little ass was walking around this episode like he didn't have a care in the world, that he was fine being free. Okay, so we gonna see what happens. Like I said, I think I got everything. If I didn't, y'all could put it in the comments and we can talk about it there. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in, who commented under the last All-American Homecoming video. I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the family. We just gonna have a good time over here. We gonna have fun. So until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. One.